This ish don't make no sense.
Eyewitness News, she was with friends near the Barclays Center when they were approached by a group of 3 teenage boys. She says when they turned the boys' advances down, those boys got aggressive. One of them pulled out a knife and stabbed her. And just minutes ago, the NYPD released images of the 3 teens they say they're looking for.
Sandra, the 13-year-old girl and her friends were crossing the street from the shopping center over to the Barclays Center, and she says when they got to the sidewalk over here, that is when one of the teens pulled out the knife and started stabbing. She says she's angry because she was on the sidelines. She wasn't even the one arguing with the teen boys, and she says she was stabbed over words and wants to know for what.
The main thing was because where she had got stabbed at, but they said everything is fine.
The 13-year-old daughter of Keisha Harvey says it was a teenage guy with dreads who used a kitchen knife to stab her in her gut near her pelvis. The what-ifs immediately entering her mother's mind. What if the puncture wound had been an inch or 2 away from where she had been stabbed?
I just needed them to do what they needed to do because I needed to know that she was okay. Because I want grandbabies.
The NYPD within the last hour releasing clear images of the suspects accused in the attack of Kayla Carter.
Exclusive interview. A 13-year-old girl tells Eyewitness News she was with friends.
I mean, it just seems like this is just becoming more and more as a common thing. I don't know if y'all remember the factors of the twins. The same thing happened. They left a party, was in the store minding their business. Somebody decided to come up with some advances. They decided to reject it. One of the teens left. One left not the same way they came. They was unalive, basically, in that situation. So thank God this 13-year-old girl basically left with her life. But it's just trifling to the point that you can't even go out and engage in your teenage age. At your teenage age. That's what you're supposed to do. When you are a teenager, you're supposed to be able to go out and enjoy life. You go to parties, you hang out with friends. It's called engaging. But when you put in danger for doing something that you're supposed to do, hanging out with your friends and being a teenager like teenagers are supposed to do, and then you wind up not leaving the same way that you came just due to the factors of rejection, because you decided to not give somebody your number, because you decided to not take a liking, because you decided to deny, you have to be put at risk with your life. That's a crazy thing. What does that put in the mind of the teenage girls that's walking around here at these days and age? Well, let me just give this boy my number and my name so that way I can make it home safe. Right. That we trying to leave with our lives.
Sisters attacked by a man who police sources say tried to flirt with them inside a Brooklyn deli. Tonight, one sister is dead and the other is injured as police search for the killer.
I feel it's horrible. It's sad. It's very sad.
A memorial grows outside the home of 19-year-old Samaya Spain. Spain died Sunday morning after being stabbed twice inside a deli in Park Slope. Her 19-year-old twin sister stabbed in the arm. A witness who didn't want to show their face says the twin sisters were attacked because they refused a stranger's advances.
One of the guys had complimented the 2 girls that had walked in with their friends, and they said no, they weren't attracted. So he called them names. They called him names back. He walked down the block angry.
The witness says the man came back to the deli, and that's when things took a turn for the worse.
He's banging on the door. They locked the door. Then he walked away again. So they unlocked the door so everybody could leave. So the second they opened the door, he ran back into the door and started attacking them.
A deli worker at the store on 4th Avenue in St. Mark's Place says the twins have been coming there for years.
They're very nice. I know the father too.
Oh yeah?
They're very nice people. They come over here all the time. They are a customer of ours for over I will say over 10 years I know them. Take somebody else's life, young lady, like she's 19 years old. You know, she's a beautiful girl.
The witness said the man and his friends were intoxicated and ran off after the attack. So far, no arrests. Anyone with information is asked to call.
Hey y'all, well, it's YouTube's favorite unicorn, Tay with the T, and you know you about to get these sips from me, right? Let's get into this story how a 13-year-old girl was out with her friends at the Barclays Center, which is downtown Brooklyn in New York City, right? They was approached by 3 other teenage boys that I guess took a liking to them. You know how the young boys try to holler, right? So these young girls decided to basically turn away their advances. In the process of them denying the advances, I guess the young boys decided to feel a certain type of way and an argument pursued, right? As the argument ensued between the two sets or two groups of people, the teen girls and the teen boys, one of the teen boys decides to pull out a kitchen knife and stab one of the girls, which was 13 years old, in her abdomen. Now, this is very concerning, right? And I have daughters and I have sons, but it's even worse for the girls because boys don't like to deal with the embarrassment of being shut down in front of their friends, which puts a lot of pressure on the teenage girls, may I speak on. Because at the end of the day, you try to tell your young girls to be respectful, even though you don't want them taking in that type of attention. But even when they deny the attention or turn down the attention, they're now putting themselves in danger because the other person is feeling like as if they're trying to diss them or dismiss them, and now their life is put in danger. Now, there's a such thing as being turned away. There's nothing wrong with a young boy seeing a young girl and he finds some likeness to her and he say, hey, I want to reach out and try to, talk to her and see what's going on. If that young lady decides to deny your advance, you don't have the right to then, violate her. This is not the first case that turned out like this. This is not the second, and it sure is not the third. Within the last couple of years, there has been a lot of young girls' lives that has been put in danger by turning down the advances of the opposite sex. Now, my thing is, I tell my own daughters, right? Even if you don't choose to engage with a person, you don't have to be rude. If a person decides to try to talk to you, you can kindly say, no, thank you. But if you feel like the situation is getting kind of hasty just for you to get up out of there, I don't know what they ask for in this day and time. I think it's an Instagram, a TikTok, a Snapchat. If you got to give one of them to get up out of that situation, that's what it is that you do. Even if once you get away, you decide to throw that number away. It was for the factors of your safety, because embarrassment to some people, they don't like rejection, basically. So it's embarrassing when people get rejected in front of their friends. They don't know how to accept it. But for my babies to make it home, right, unharmed, if you have to basically trick somebody out of their spot, if that's what we going to call it, then that's what it is that you do, because this is ridiculous. When there's not a day and time when you can turn someone down without your life being put at risk. This girl's mother had to receive a phone call that her 13-year-old daughter had been stabbed. Not because she was engaging in anything that she wasn't supposed to do. She was actually minding her business with her friends, like young people supposed to do. So for her to be, preyed upon, and she had no. This situation got me pissed off. Okay? Because I have a 14-year-old daughter. And it is at that time in her life where she's starting to travel on public transportation and things like that alone. So she is considered independent when she's on her own. And to know that somebody may possibly approach her and she may deny they offer, and this may be the outcome, it's very worrying. What do you say in a situation like this? There's no way to explain it. Your daughter played the part that she was supposed to play, and because of it, she was penalized anyway. That don't make no sense to me. Anyway, this is your girl Tay with the T. Make sure you drop down in the comments to let me know how you feel about this situation, baby, because times is changing and they're getting more and more crazy on the everyday basis. Anytime you can't be out and about minding your business and turn down somebody's advances without your life being put in danger, we know shit is now at the point of unreal, right? But anyway, like I said, drop in the comments and let me know how you feel about this situation. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe. If you are not a subscriber yet, what are you doing, friend? The button is right there. This has been your favorite unicorn, baby. Tay with the T. You know you're going to get these sips from me. Times is hard and sad, baby. And your girl is out. La 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 lattes were a. La 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 lattes were a.